Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome back to Dragon Quest XI after a few months. So, you may be asking, hey Zeno, why did this series stop for a few months and then resume again? Especially if you're watching this in the future and you don't have any actual contacts. Plus, I'm wearing this armor. I think I actually got this between episodes, so you guys might not recognize it, but I kind of grinded out the parts to build it over here in the snow area. But yeah, so you guys may not have seen this before, but it's pretty cool looking, because we're all hanging out in our alternate clothes, pretty much. But anyways, to kind of explain what's been going on, around the time of when I stopped playing this, my recording, or my editing program, sorry, became so slow that it was stressful and unbearable to edit super long videos like this. Like, it just would not take any sort of video that was over a certain amount of time or was of a certain large file size, and it turned it into a nightmare, and I was stressed out and I just had to stop. There was no way I was going to continue at that point in time. But at this current moment, we are kind of recording and editing on a new computer. So yeah, the series is totally doable again, and I can actually edit it. As for how the video looks, forgive me, I've had to reset up my capture card in every single way, so if something looks off, my apologies. We'll be fixing it throughout these upcoming episodes. Anyways, last time... Oh god, I'm trying to remember what we did. I think we finished the mermaid arc as the very last episode, which is a really good place to stop, because that mermaid arc was so good. All I heard about Dragon Quest when I was growing up, I'm like, why would I ever play Dragon Quest? It just looks like Final Fantasy, but more generic and less interesting, and there's less dialogue, but it totally holds up what people say about the Dragon Quest series, and that's that even though its worlds aren't like the most unique or creative ever to exist, the little stories it tells within them are really good. And I agree. So far, this game has just held up so much, and that's part of the reason why I came back to it. I normally don't come back to things I leave behind, but in Dragon Quest case, since the game is just so good, definitely. So, we had two places we could go when we left off. I'm not sure if this is actually a way we can go, or we have to go, because we got the ability to traverse, not transverse, but traverse to the underwater area in the last episode, but I also trying to figure out if we can do stuff here. You know what, let's just go ahead and go to the underwater area. I don't remember what it's called, but I do remember what's going on with the plot. Right now we need to do my favorite thing of collecting the elemental orbs, because that's all games can think of in Japan, I guess. For the legendary Tree of Yggdrasil. God, like, that is one of the other things that was nice to take a break from. Yes, I know the rainbow is glowing, but I want to go to the ocean first, then we can come back here later. Okay, so... the hell were we gonna go? Set sail for the Strand to receive a special treasure of the mermaids. The Strand. Where's the Strand? I thought it was that thing in the middle, but I don't remember. Or is the Strand that island that's way out here in the middle of nowhere? Here it is, the Strand. So, because our little mermaid friend died last time, very sad, we were told to come here, because I guess she just left whatever we needed here for us. Zeno finds L'Oreal's harp. Or, sorry, Lorelli? I don't even know how to say that. But I found it. There's a note at the bottom of the chest. Zeno takes it out and begins to read. Dear friend, if you're reading this, it means I've gone away. If what you've said to me is true, I don't think I can stay. Thanks for all you've done for me, and please don't feel too sad. After my Kai, you're the kindest friend I ever had. Promise I'd take you to the mermaid's seabed town, and though I can't come with you now, this harp will take you down. You'll find a shining whirlpool far inside the inland sea. Sail over it and strum that harp to meet Her Majesty. Please tell the Queen I'm happy now, and there's no need to cry. I'm finally reunited with my dear darling Kai. Perhaps one day we'll meet again, but for now, farewell. You'll be my friend until the end. Yours sincerely, Shell. I wanted to start this on a bright and happy note. I didn't want to remember all those terrible emotions from the last episode. Or it could have been 2 episodes ago. I don't honestly remember, okay, guys? I guess we have to go to that part in the middle of the ocean that I already kind of guessed as we sailed by it. Like, I think we're gonna go underwater at some point, so... Let's head out to there. Can we teleport to somewhere near there? Yeah, we can go to Zwardrust Sea. Good thing my character is strong enough to teleport an entire boat of people. Okay, yeah, it was this thing. Well, let's see how this works. It's a pillar of light on the surface of the water. Play Lorelai's harp. Zeno plays the harp. Apparently, I am good at playing harps now. Whoa. We get a bubble. I wonder how I'm going to be able to rate this underwater city. Because, like, so far, I think my favorite underwater city in, Oh. Right now, we're just kind of at the bottom of the ocean. Like, at this current moment, one that always stuck with me and will never go away is the underwater areas in Final Fantasy X. It's also because Final Fantasy X is one of my favorite games just ever made. But the underwater areas there, a lot of people like to imagine the sea as this awesome and beautiful place filled with so much wonder. And, like, in Final Fantasy X, it's just a bunch of, like, ruins, and it's depressing, and I love it. Welcome to the seabed realm, O humans from on high. It has been many centuries since last your kind dropped by. If you should miss the air above, just tell me and I'll send you. I have the power to summon bubbles, one of which I'll lend you. Well, travelers, what say you? No, we're good. Thanks, though. Wait, is your job just to sit here and create bubbles for the people that come down every once a lifetime? Oh, we actually float a little. The rainbow glows brightly. One of the orbs must be nearby. Okay, well, look at these plants. Oh. I'm actually kind of glad this city seems kind of small. As much as I like gigantic areas with huge castles and everything, I'll take this small town with pretty mermaid ladies everywhere. Just fine.
Griffins, this place is a veritable paradise under the sea. Just when you think you've seen it all, you find yourself in Mermaid Town.
So we can breathe underwater now? That harp is something else. Well, now we're here, I guess we can find out if that story about the giant pearl is just an old wives' tale or not.
Finding the orb is important, but we need to talk to the Queen first. We have to tell her about Michelle.
Yeah, we do really have to. Boy, I wonder what kind of lady the Queen's gonna be. Judging by all the interesting characters we've met thus far, I'm kind of scared. Welcome all to Nautica, the realm from beneath the foam. Your queen, Marina's honored guests, so make yourselves at home. Okay. Well. There's a lot going on here. What is that over there? There's like a dead seaman lying on that rock. The music of the mermaids has the power to ease your pain. Are you in some... Oh, yes! Sing for me! Oh, I kind of wanted her to sing a little song. It's okay, though. In all my 20 years... Wow, I'm really seeing the Dragon Ball shine through in the art style here. I've never talked to a human till today. You must be the guest Queen Marina mentioned. It's Her Majesty's magic that lets you breathe below the water, a special service for our guests of honor. Without it, you'd be goners. She awaits you in her pearly palace at the pinnacle of the prominence. I speak, of course, of the tower at the top of the hill. Sure, let's see if they have any good gear here or anything like that. Oh my god, the shop is owned by a shark. That's amazing. There's no reply. It doesn't seem to understand what Zeno is saying. Oh, we can't shop here because they don't speak shark. No, I have a question about your shark, sir. Like, can I... Is that an applicable question? Look at his sword, though. Well, I guess we're not buying anything because I can't speak shark. Happens to me IRL every day. Wait, how are you fishing underwater? What am I doing? Well, I'm fishing for fish fit for a dish to put before the queen. I'm the official maker of Her Majesty's meals, don't you know? What are you looking at me like that for? You humans fish for fish too, don't you? Why can't we? Why do you have to fish, though? You can just grab them with your hands. Or, like, spear them. Am I just supposed to... I guess we'll just exist on the same plane, Mr. Weird Fish that looks depressed. Look at these houses. There's a hand-drawn book entitled Living with Me Under the Sea, with "To Kai My Guy" from Michelle Your Bell written on it. Zeno takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Okay, I just can't wait to live with you beneath the sea. A few rules just to help you settle in more easily. First, don't panic, take it slowly. Breathe a nice deep breath. Panicking while swimming is a recipe for death. Next, no teasing. Just because a fish looks small and meek, his mom might be 10 times your size. Then you'll be up the creek. Third, don't look up. I'm not sure if you've seen how water flows, but waves can often send the current right up in your nose. Oh boy. Fourth, clean your gills. They're like your lungs. Try not to get them blocked. A bit of grit and you'll be in for quite the nasty shock. Last but not least, think of others. Selfishness is wrong. It's obvious, I know, but it'll help you get along. Wow. Jeez. This place is... Wow, look at these beds. SpongeBobby. Like a real SpongeBobby. Okay. Wait, this isn't the palace. This is a church. Whoa, underwater church. Look at this building. Nuts. Okay. Where's the... Wait, this is the palace? It's not the church, but it's the palace. But it's the church. I'm the priestess of the sunken spirit with no name. But, what? Sorry, ma'am. I'm kind of confused. Oh, she can carry us up there. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Whoa, okay. Well, I was kind of expecting your queen to be, like, ugly AF, but I guess she could be nice looking, too. I don't know why. I expected, like, some monster demon fish.
I welcome you to Nautica, the land beneath the waves. What brings you, Prince of Dundrasil, down to these coral caves?
Huh? How do you know he's the Prince of Dundrasil?
I have a second sight that touches every quarter, by which I keep abreast of all the news above the water. Of doomed love between men and mermaids, let us later speak. First, allow me to present the item that you seek.
Oh man, I wonder what would have happened if we had lied about it, because the way she's talking, it sounds like she'd know. And oh boy, would that not have been good.
Behold the shining sphere of green, the orb you humans need. The treasures of the world above are marvelous indeed.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue, but are you just giving it to us?
Consider this my thanks for what you did for dear Michelle. Pray take it kindly, travelers, and may it serve you well.
Oh, thank you! Seriously. I was ready to go through the underwater dungeon to get this item. Wait, why is the green orb in the ocean, though? Shouldn't that be the blue one?
I witnessed the whole sorry tale. It always breaks my heart. The tragedy of man and mermaid doomed to live apart. But while the mermaid's burden holds, such romances are blighted, and love between man and sea maiden fizzles unrequited. For years now I have sought a way to remedy this curse. Alas, my every effort ends in failure or worse. You humans cannot help but seem a fragile kind to we, who live 500 years and more down here beneath the sea. But though the flame of human life burns short, it burns so bright. You never cease to struggle. No, you push, you strive, you fight. And so your kind admire our kind, but we admire in turn. It is the world tree's will that from each other we should learn.
I don't know about the world tree.
It was the world tree's will that brought Michelle and Kai together. I pray that in their next lives they may stay that way forever.
So I'm curious, just, like, I know the religion in this game is ambiguous and almost just here to be, like, restoration points for us. But does the religion, like, worship the Tree of Yggdrasil? Or, like, what's going on with that, you know?
So too was it the world tree's will that brought you here today. But now, dear luminary, you must be upon your way. So set sail on the tide of time that flows ceaselessly on. And if Yggdrasil wills it, we shall meet again anon. Remember, though the paths we walk are filled with twists and turns, all roads lead from the Tree of Life, and to the tree return.
Did she just hit the floor for no reason? I thought she was mermaid for each other. Awarded for easing Michelle's heart following her ill-fated interspecies romance. Oh. Why do you hit the floor, though? I thought you were going to teleport us out. But you didn't. You just hit the floor with your staff. I'm actually kind of glad there was no huge dungeon under here. I'm completely happy with it just being like, hey, here's the thing. You're done. Okay. Because we already did a big quest, but now we have access to this area. And it also appears that there's a quest outside now. I was so obsessed with humans around 50 years ago. When their ships sailed overhead, I'd watch them from below. There was a certain trading ship which brought me so much joy, for in its crew there was a most delightful little boy. His tiny fingers tickled on a lyre's silver strings, and every day, from dawn to dusk, the darling boy would sing. The songs he sang were nothing like the dirges of our nation. Those merry medleys moved me to a state of exaltation. But after a few short years, I heard his voice no more. Perhaps he left the crew, and now he sings his songs ashore. Oh, how I wish to hear once more those heavenly refrains. Could you find him, friend, and beg that boy to sing again? Sure, I'll look for him. His ship was brightly colored silver, gold, chartreuse, and pink. A word was painted on the prow. Gondolia, I think. What does that mean anything to you? Is it some sort of clue? Please find that boy again, and have him sing his song anew. So we're gonna go to Gondolia and look for a ship, I guess. There's probably another quest around here somewhere. If so, I want to check out the area a bit more, because it feels like... I don't know, it feels so small, like... Aside from the fact that there's a shark that doesn't want to talk to me. It's like there's stuff happening on the seafloor that I can't access. But maybe it's just background scenery and I'm not supposed to? That could be true also. Like, look at all those people down there by that ship. And then house down there too. Am I missing like a ladder downwards? There has to be. Maybe not. I don't see any way to actually get down anywhere. Huh. What a strange level. Okay, well anyways, I guess we can always come back later if we miss something. So we can just actually teleport out. We don't actually need to talk to that person. So let's go back to Gondolia real quick. And see if we can find the boy who sang for this mermaid. He's probably much older now. Or how young this boy was. Because I guess in mermaid years, little could be anything. I guess let's check around these lighthouses. Maybe at the end here. It's hard to believe now, but when I was a boy, I have a voice like an angel. Oh, man. He's pretty old now. Al Piccolo Angelo, they call me. Or Il. The Capitano of the biggest ship in Gondolia. He'd take me aboard to sing for the sailors. I travel everywhere. It's so much fun. Molto divertente. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I should be way better than this, especially with part 5 out right now. Even the sea creatures come to hear me sing. One time I even see the face of Una Sirenetta, a real-life mermaid. If you believe me, go ask her yourself. Zeno tells the old sailor about the mermaid in Nautica who wants to hear his song again. Yo ho ho, di certo. This is the mermaid I saw all those years ago. I'm so happy she remembers me. Sono felice. I'd very much like to sing for her again, but I'm an old man now. My voice is not what it was. But you're a healthy young ragazzo. Will you not run out of breath so easily? If I teach you, will you sing her my song? Sure. Grazie mille. Thank you, traveler. Well then, if you are listening carefully, the song, it goes like this. Farewell to thee, dear contest sage. Goodbye, cake shop, goodbye. I'm bound for Octagonia, my humble wares to ply. I'm bound for Octagonia by way of Zwardrust town. I'll write to thee a letter, love, when I am homeward bound. So fare thee well when I return, united we will be. Leaving Gondolia is not what hurts, my love is it's leaving me. Yo-ho-ho, how long has it been since I last singing this song? Now it is your turn, traveler. Let the mermaid hear my shanty voice again. Well, I'm glad I found this guy so quickly. And then I luckily clicked on this old guy, because if I didn't, I would have been searching here forever. Back to the ocean! To the ocean people of the ocean. Man. I don't know why I'm doing this horrible voice, but... To Nautica! I love our new armor. I like the original design we had going on because it's so... Like, it's just so Akira Toriyama, but I like this armor too. Okay, I got your song. I don't know if I remember it correctly, but in return, can you teach me how to talk to sharks, I guess? Welcome back to Nautica. You've been so very long. Did you find the minstrel boy? Did he sing you his song? Yep, we tell her the story and sing the song. Farewell to thee, dear contest sage. Goodbye, cake shop, goodbye. I'm bound for Octagonia, my home... Okay, yeah, I read all this before. That's the one, the pretty little song that I adored. It seems like yesterday I heard him strum those sunny chords. But now you say he's old and gray. Your lives go by so fast, you fill your songs with fire. For you know that fire won't last. I feel that passion once again, and it's all thanks to you. Please take this, my friend. It's the least that I can do. I got Grocko's trident, which is nice, but none of us use spears, really, anymore. Thanks, though. But can you teach me how to talk to sharks? Probably not. Okay, well, in that case, we better head straight back to... Where is this place? Actually, no, there's one more thing we can do now. There is one more thing we can do. But I don't know how we're going to do it. Because I was waiting to get the ability to go underwater so we could go into a place like right here. And I remember before I stopped playing, there was like a last island I wanted to get to. So I could do something on it. I think it was in the middle of that lake, and the only way to get there was by doing something. I don't remember. See if we can do it right now. Okay, so since we can't go through the front door, since it's kind of frozen solid, the only way I know how to get in here is by going around, and I don't even know if there's a pathway around, because I don't know where these side paths kind of branch out to. So there's the snare felt. No idea what that means. Yeah, so I was in this area for a bit. I didn't go any further, but I was in this area for quite a while because the ingredients you need to build this armor are out here. And I kind of scoured this area for every little last resource it had. But I did not go to wherever this snare felt is, so... new stuff to me. There's a camp down there, and lots of what looks to be underpasses, as well as, like, a trader or something above us. And it goes to the Hexwood. Oh my goodness. It's not the Hellwood, it's the Hexwood, which is also a pun. Oh yeah, it's like a little log cabin. There's also a horse bell here, so that's nice. You're strangers to this land. Yes, no doubt you are feeling the cold. If you want to rest and recover your energy... Okay, yeah, he's just saying we can use the bed. Which is fine by me, because I'm low on mana from hitting those octopus with the biggest move I have. I'm not really sure I was going to go with that. I had a joke in mind, but then I just kind of froze. Okay. Well, I wish we could get, like, armor for a horse or something, like a new horse. I mean, this horse is fine. I can't be upset about this horse. But horse armor would still be cool. I guess we're going to Hexwood then, or we go to the Arborean Highlands. I guess let's just go to Hexwood. It's close by. Have we been to the Hexwood before? I feel like we have. Hold on, I'm just trying to... Okay, we have not gone to the Okay, we have not gone to either of these areas. Entrance to the Hexwood is forbidden on the grounds of public safety. Is it blocked off, or are people just saying we can't go there? Oh, for a second I thought there was going to be like a single guard here, and he's like, you can't go this way! Sad music once again. Never been in this area before. Some Bodkin archers walking around. Not really any enemy type we haven't seen before. Oh, there's ice here, which is impossible to run on. You're probably like, Zeno, you're running past all the enemies. Like, yeah, because I farmed out here forever for this armor, so I'm gonna allow myself the luxury of not combating everything we come across here. Not in this area specifically, but in the snowy area before it. I have not been out here yet. Perma-snow? That sounds like a frightening climate issue. I found a recipe book entitled Platinum Protection. Takes a look inside. Now I know how to make platinum platters and platinum shields. That's cool, but none of us use, well, any of that, really. Oh yeah, these rocks just drop platinum here. Great, actually. I was kind of worried it was going to be super rare and hard to find. Not that we really need it anymore, but glad to know it's easily available. Kind of. I should probably save here because it's been a little bit. It's interesting how they kind of mix the old mechanics with the new ones. I'm not sure if it was this way in the old games, but it seems like they found a tie-in where instead of you dying and just losing all your progress, you lose half your money. I don't know if it's been that way in every Dragon Quest game or not, but I feel like that's a nice half and half, because you can either go back to your last point and save a lot of your money, Or you can just continue on with the game with less money. Why isn't there anything out here? Well, I must have gone the wrong way, because this is the end of this entire area. So, obviously I did something wrong. There's not really anywhere else to go. First, I guess let's make camp here and see if we can buy anything. Because each camp I've discovered has a different list of items that the vendor gives. Plus, it looks like we're about to level up at the forge, so we may be able to see what we get from this. We've got a new crafting capability. Maximum focus increased. Okay, not that much. And we only have one more perfectionist pearl, so... Sadly, we do not have any ingredients for, like, platinum swords or anything like that. I'd like to make some better daggers, honestly, for Eric, because some of his daggers are kind of old. A lot of this stuff I would like to learn to make new versions of, but... we're kind of past that point. We can make a platinum shield, but no one's using it. And the Dracilian gear, which is the gear I'm wearing, no one's gonna wear it. Everyone already has their special stuff equipped. The only thing that I really haven't, like, forged truly is a bunch of the accessories. And that's honestly because a lot of them just aren't the best. Yeah, like, I honestly have nothing I want to forge right now. But let's see what you sell, dude. So he sells a sword called the Razor Wing. Wait, is that a 2? What? So he has a dagger called the Sword Breaker, which would be pretty nice for Eric. But he has a two-handed sword that does a lot more damage than mine does right now. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything I want. This Razor Wing and this Sword Breaker are honestly the best things he sells. Like, look at the damage increase on the Razor Wing, though. Yeah, I'll buy it. I almost regret buying, like, anything in this game, though, because almost immediately after I buy it, I usually find some recipe for it just sitting somewhere anyways. So, whoops. Look at that. That's a wicked-looking weapon, but it has the potential to paralyze, too. So, I don't have any more Perfectionist Pearls, though. Maybe if I forge some stuff, I can get some. So, I guess we're gonna go to these Arborean Highlands. Cool. Oh, I don't have a good feeling about what that is, frozen in the ice over there. That looks like a... that is just straight up a dragon. That is a dragon. That's the most Dragon Ball dragon I've ever seen, also. Bet it's like an endgame enemy, or perhaps an ally? I don't know. But I have no intention of going and digging up dragons right now. We need to figure out how to save the people of Sniffelheim. Well, I hope I'm saying the right place. Wait a second. Have we been here before? I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Completely. I don't know. I have no idea where we're going. I don't feel like this is the right way. But I'm gonna keep going this way, I guess. I have no clue where we're headed. Because we're not even in the snowy region anymore. This is just somewhere else. But we found a mini medal. Man, I've been finding these things back to back to back. Okay, well at the top there's a bridge. Where does this go? Where is this? I don't think we actually have to go here right now. Hello, not Greek City.
Who would have thought a place like this would be hidden away at the top of that mountain trail? It's breathtaking.
Oh, so this is a place we didn't even have to go to.
Oh, stop it, you. You're making me blush. Although, I suppose the old hometown is pretty amazing.
This is where you were born?
Wait, you mean this is...
It is indeed. Welcome to Arborea, home of the Keepers, the ones who watch over the world from beneath Yggdrasil's branches, and of Veronica and I.
I always thought it was a little bit, well, dull. But it's good to be back.
The altar in the vision we saw appeared to be in the highest part of the first forest, which lies just beyond the village. But we should stop off in Arborea before we head up there. Everyone will be ever so pleased when they find out the luminary has come to visit.
Alright, I'll be sure to do that, but I actually want to leave this alone for right now. But I'm glad we unlocked it, because I've been kind of wondering what the deal is with these two, because, like, they join the party and they go, "We've been looking for you because we're destined to help you," and you're just sitting there like, okay, but why though? And they're just like, because we have to, and you're like, alright. So it's gonna be good to find out more about this. But we have to go back to, oh, we can just teleport to the snare felt. Okay. Works for me. I think perhaps we missed something back there in the woods. I don't know, but I have this feeling that in that very last area in the, oh, wow, I'm dumb. I've been searching around forever. And I completely forgot about that transport point right in the middle there, where there's a giant pink exclamation mark. How did I not see that? Well, I mean, like, I saw it, but I forgot about it, because I'm like, here's where I must have to go next. And that's a lie, because whatever's in Sniffelheim I didn't need yet, but I guess a little pre-exploration doesn't hurt, but still, could have saved a lot of time there.
Burn!
Okay, so here we are. This is where we were supposed to go, but I kind of ignored this. And now we're in some area called Champs Salvage. Champs Salvage. I don't really know where this is or why we even went here, but okay. Let's grab a horse and then... Have we been here before? I feel like we've been here before, but at the same time I feel like we haven't. Where is this? So that way to l'Académie de Notre... Oh, that's the Metal Academy that the blacksmith went to in the books that we read. Or the mini metal? I'm not sure if it's mini metals or like metal as in metal smithing, metal working. Guess let's check it out. Are we going to Hogwarts? Whoa. You know what this reminds me of? This is a super weird and, like, obscure reference. But this reminds me of one of the schools that appears in... I want to say it's Suikoden 2. Like, there's an academy you go to, and it almost looks exactly like this. There's also kind of one that looks like that in Trails in the Sky. Oh my goodness, even some of the monsters are here. It is mini metals. Is that goddamn genocider? Neath the branches of the birches, daffodils sway and swing. Like, there are some interesting characters here. Like, I am pretty sure that there's genocider show right over there. And then there's, like, Vidal hanging out right there in center front. And a bunch of children. I'm pretty sure that one isn't a girl, but I can't say for sure. Here among the graceful gardens, budding young ladies sing. Oh, this is why when I remember in the book or something, I think he said something along the lines of they wouldn't let me in because I'm not a girl or something. Stride across the wide, wide world and hunt for mini-metals low and high. But our hearts live forever in Académie des Notes Marts des Medales. I'm not even going to attempt. It's a really high-class academy.
Allez, hop! Très bien. A splendid rendition, girls. Now, to your lesson. May you have a maximally fruitful day on your journey to become miniature ladies par excellence.
All together now. Merci, Monsieur Médaille.
Merci, Monsieur Médaille.
Merci, mesdemoiselles.
Wait, this is academy only for girls. How come you teach here?
What have we here? It is not so often that we receive les visiteurs. It is a minimally common occurrence, in fact.
Yo.
Incroyable! I do not believe it! Young man, it must have been fate that brought you here! Destiny! La Providence!
What are you talking about?
I sense a great power within you. A power of maximal significance. There is much to discuss, but not out here, eh? Come to my office, and I will reveal all you need to know. It is nearby, a minimal distance. You will see.
I'm not sure if I trust you, old man. I mean, like, those eyes, I don't know. They look tiny and friendly, but I bet they've seen some things. That is a walk of evil. Only evil beings walk like that. Okay, can I go in this well? Yes, we can. Imagine the first thing that happens, like you're sitting at the gate waiting for people to come by. You're like, hello, sirs, and they run past you and jump in the well. And you're just like, you know what? They don't pay me enough for this. They pay me to say hello at an enchanted stone. I don't have one of those yet. Royal soil, we have some of that. And lastly, why is there a slime in a hut here? It's your story, little guy. Psst, do you want to hear something that's going to blow your mind? This hut is actually the holiday home of a mini metal-loving monarch. He comes to stay here whenever he gets in touch with how a mini metal feels, hidden away in the shadows. Rich people have such silly ideas all this life. Then why are you here? Do you just hang out with him? Are you buds? Is that what... So the guy, the headmaster, comes down here. I mean, he has a pretty nice place here, all things considered, for living in, like, a sewer, but... Not really a sewer, but a well. I guess it's a decent place for some alone time. So what is the point of this school? Is it just picking up mini-metals? Oh, hello there. Welcome to the academy. Have you met Monsieur Medal, the headmaster? He collects mini medals from all over the world. If you're looking for him, you should try his study. It's a little cottage just inside the main building. The cottage inside the main building. Wait, what are you guys doing? Good day, sir. We are proud members of Les Mademoiselles Magnifiques, an exclusive club for the most dedicated disciples of grace and elegance. We are currently practicing the proper way to pick up a mini medal. No self-respecting lady would ever collect one in any way but this. Oh, that's silly. I love this entire area. So pretty looking, though. Minus, like, the giant magic circle here that the headmaster's gonna, like, sacrifice all the students in. You know. What are you doing? Are you the thug of the school, or are you just tired? I can't tell. I'm Zazzy, the leader of the roughest— yep, I knew it— toughest girl gang in the academy. We live by a single rule: don't do bad things to good people, but stuff the rest of them. The problem is I've gone and broken it. Have you met Madame Wallop, my form teacher? She's one of the good guys, but I accidentally stole her favorite whip and threw it down the you know. She might seem to be all sweetness and light, but when she gets angry, she's seriously scary. If she finds out what I've done, she'll have my guts for garters. If I could get a replacement, I might be able to get out of this without too much trouble. But it turns out you can only make them with a fun-sized forge. I might as well face it, I'm stuffed. Hold on, you're some kind of globe-trotting adventurer, right? You haven't picked up a fun-sized forge on your travels, have you? If you have, it'd be amazing if you could help me out. Well, will you make me a new whip for Madame Wallop? So what do you want? What kind of whip exactly? Thanks a million. Let's get started then. I found a set of instructions for making the same type of whip in the library. Here you go. Lashings of class. So we can make Queen's whips. So you need at least a +1 version. Okay. Making things right. She looks seriously like she has that goddamn Okiyasu stance going on. Okay, well, I'll try and make that for you when I can. Is there a way I can see the ingredients here? Info, quest catalog. Fun size forge, weapons, whips. Queens, we can just go and make this right now if we want. And I'll definitely be turning it into her, despite the fact that it's probably a really good whip. Mainly just due to the fact that I want the mini medals. This place seems to have a lot of them, too. I really hope the mini medals isn't one of those things where you have to collect every single one in the whole game. Because if that's the case, I don't think I could ever even do it. Because there's just so many everywhere. Like, they could be anywhere. Look at the inside of this place. Wait, are there stores in here? No stores, but there's a quest and a place to rest over there. There's also a root of reminiscence over here. Oh, we can just use it to look at old cutscenes. Okay. Well, we promised we'd go talk to the headmaster, so why don't we go and do that? Let's see what he actually wants. Quite the office he has here. Very refined. Aside from the weird-looking clown mask on the wall.
Ah, there you are. Now, you must allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Maxime Médaillé. And this is my humble establishment, l'Académie de notre Maître des Médailles, a school in which miniature ladies bloom into beautiful full-grown flowers. As part of the education, we encourage our pupils to journey through all the lands of Edrea and to gather the maximum number of mini-medals they can find.
So, this has to do what with me?
As they hunt for medals, they immerse themselves in the cultures of the world and acquire at least a minimum of, how you say, savoir-faire. But every so often, a born medal hunter comes along. I sense this in you. I see the most maximally adroit medal detector of my career before me.
Whatever you say?
However, there is one miniature problem. The academy is for young girls and young girls alone. Sadly, I cannot offer you a place here.
I have multiple young girls with me.
But does this mean I will allow such potentiel maximal to remain untapped? No! By the power vested in me, I hereby enroll you as an honorary member of l'Académie de notre Maître des Médailles.
Okay, first of all, I don't know how this is gonna work. Second of all, you didn't even ask me if I wanted to join. Thirdly, how did I get into an all-girls school? Now, the formalities. First of all, take this, your very own album des médailles. The quoi? What's this you're saying? You already have an album des médailles from the miniature medal exchange in Coast of Valor? I knew it was a bon idea to open that office. I have them and out albums to able adventurers in the opened opus. I don't even know what he's saying. Of finding a medal collector, Maximal, and now I found you. Now that you are enrolled as an honorary student of the Academy, I can give you access to the full package for elite metal detectors only. Allow me to upgrade your album to its maximum capacity. You added more pages, huh? For each and every mini medal that you bring me, I will add a minuscule stamp to the album. And the more stamps you collect, the more maximally magnificent your rewards will be. Now go, young man. Your quest to collect the maximum number of mini medals has officially begun. Seeks them out, picks them up, and brings them to me. Okay, I have some. Only 5, though. Like, I haven't gotten that many. Thanks for the staff. I only have like 20 total, though. Filled out my first page, but I bet the second one's gonna have like a billion medal slots on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, so close. I bet we could find a few more in the academy. He'll reward us with a uniform if I get 25 of them. Like a school uniform. Interesting. Well, thanks for the upgrade in our medal collection. Not really what I expected to get out of here, but I'm glad to know it's not just over then. And that there's more medal collecting to be done. Oh, you must be the voyager Monsieur Medal told me of. I am Madame de Beauvoir, Vice Principal of de l'Académie. Perhaps you might be able to help me with une enquête privée, a private investigation. I was tidying the bookshelves in the bibliothèque. I know that means library. The other day when I made a strange discovery amongst the old and dusty textbooks. I found a diary. I thought it was probably left behind by an ex-étudiant, a girl who had once studied air, so I had a petite peep inside. But what I found there was a curieux et encore curé. I have no idea what she's saying. Very strange indeed. Tell me, Voyager, would you help me get to the bottom? What do you want? You want me to look at the mysterious message left in the student's diary. What was written there? Here I will bury my memories, where the shadow of the birch tree that we dreamed beneath stretches in the evening light. All that I leave behind, I leave to you, my dearest friend. Huh, you think it's a message left for you? Okay, well, we gotta find this tree that she's talking about. And there's another one? Oh no. Well, hello there, my name is Priscilla, and I have a problem, a secret anguish that I cannot tell any of my classmates. You look like a tight-lipped sort of fellow. If I share my deepest, darkest secret with you, will you promise not to tell anyone? Get another uniform for doing this? Sure. Wow, thank you so much. Now, have you heard of the Mini Monde? It's our school newsletter. Well, I heard that Madame Cherie was starting a new column offering advice to Lovelorn, so I wrote a letter to ask her about my secret passion. But I'm too afraid to read her answer. What if she says that he'll never be mine? My heart would break clean in two. So I need someone to read it for me, but I can't ask any of my classmates. They can never know the unfathomable depths of my desire. Which is where you come in. Could you go and read this month's issue of Le Monde, or Le Mini Monde for me, and see what Madame Cherie says I should do? Find it pinned up on the notice board in the gallery overlooking Monsieur Medel's study. If you can't see it, just ask Bastien, the editor. She's a hammerhood, so you should be able to spot her easily enough. I don't know what a hammerhood even means. Unless it's like an enemy type. There's a story entitled I Love to Hate You, a schoolyard scandal. Standing in the unkempt field behind the school, the wind playing with the crimson scarf wrapped tightly around her neck and trousling her auburn hair, Emily's eyes burned with a barely contained rage. Finally, Matilda appeared. The two girls locked eyes. The stalk of an unripe cherry poked from the corner of Matilda's mouth. You took your time, Emily. Her voice was harsh, almost screaming. Don't speak with your mouth full, Matilda, Emily snapped back. You know how I hate that. You wouldn't want to make me angry now, would you? Matilda grinned, her wicked grin, and spat the cherry tip high into the air where it soared in a lazy arc. And it was then that Emily realized the moment the pip hit the ground would mark the start of a fateful final fight between these two long-standing rivals. To be continued, will Emily survive? What will happen to Matilda? Read the stunning conclusion in next month's issue, The Scarlet Scarf's Farewell. Wow. You know what? I'm down to read that. If people in that series get upset over things that tiny, not even disappointed. Another mini medal found. Glad I'm searching the school because they're all over the place. Oh wow, these classrooms? There's a teacher and a bunch of enemies on the board. Listen to me, girls. You must never, ever set foot into the Eyrie. The entire path to the east is strictly interdict. What? It is forbidden to go there. That valley is ruled over by a cruel and covetous Elysium bird. If ever that feathered fiend sees anything shiny, it seizes in its talons and takes it onto its nest. Should catch sight... Okay, yeah. Don't wear anything shiny near the scary bird. I just don't like reading your dialogue because it takes forever to comprehend. Oh my goodness, someone's doing some art in here. Studying anatomy for art class, huh? Is everyone on this... Wait, what? What is that marking? See a bunch of trees? Is that where we cross the river to get to the academy? I don't know what that is. Huh, there's something in that field, though. Here's a library. Here's a book called King Charlemagne's Maximally Marvelous Idea. Since long before the Metal King ever became a king, he lived only for his beloved mini-metals. Gathering as many of his little golden friends as he could was all he ever cared about. But the moment he held his newborn daughter in his arms, something changed. Suddenly he found himself caring about someone else's happiness. He wanted the best for his little girl, no matter what it took. For 3 days and 3 nights, he racked his brains trying to think of how he might ensure the princess grew to be a wise, graceful, beautiful woman who loved mini-metals just as much as he did. Then on the morning of the 4th day, he performed his daily exercises, especially tailored to help him seek out mini-metals, of course. He had an idea. Eureka, he shouted. I shall create a school where young ladies can learn the wonders of mini-metals. And so the academy denotes... Oh, I'm not even gonna try. That's cool. It's the lore of this area. Zeno opens the book at random and sees the word jackpot printed. Dante and Virgil were here. printed in large letters on the page. It must be his lucky day. There's a book called Perfect Picnics for Monster Writing. Mademoiselle. Zeno takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. The Skull Rider's steed is fast and strong, but not so fast that the rider's tummy doesn't start to rumble before he reaches his destination. Anyone who's traveled on Monsterback knows that it's hungry work, which is why whenever I set out in the world on top of a monster mount, I make sure to pick up and pack a healthy lunch, or hearty lunch, 2 large rounds of sandwiches, and a pot of coffee with 3 lumps of sugar and plenty of milk. A perfect traveler's picnic. With that in my knapsack, I'm ready to sit back and watch the world go by in style, knowing that I have a real treat awaiting me when hunger strikes. What luck! Zeno finds a recipe book entitled Next Level Neckwear. Stars of Clarity, Necklaces of Immunity, and Full Moon Collars. Rousing Rose Collars, Carrie Rivieres, and Torques of Truth. Protective Pendants, Chokers of Riddance, and Dogged Collars. Papillion Pendants. Wow, that's a lot of accessories. Before we came here, I couldn't make, like, anything. There's an old book entitled The Medal-Winning Wisdom Lady, Minette Maximilian. Zeno takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Mes chéries, if you're ever lost as to how to be the perfect little ladies, I ask you to do one thing for me. Remember the example of the mini-medal hunt. What is the first thing we do when we set out in search of our little friends? That's right, we unroll our trusty world maps and think carefully about where we will begin our search. In other words, we exercise our knowledge of the world and our powers of reason. It is these 2 things on which all our actions as mature, thoughtful ladies must be based. To discover mini-medals is to discover the world, and this is why we seek them out. Because to be a woman in this day and age means to be a thinker and a doer par excellence. And lastly, we have this. Actually, there's another one over there, but we'll read it next time. It looks like the previous year's student register. All kind of wonderful names. Be compiled soon. Okay, I'm actually going to end this episode here, and next time we'll pick up, because I just realized that my editing, or my recording capture card may have desynced all of this, so it's going to be a nightmare to edit, so we'll see when I go to look at that. Anyways, I hope you guys like this episode, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Riding out.